Good evening from Boston, Massachusetts, everywhere in the metro Boston area. I'm TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report, and this is the Kirkham Report's American Novice Guide to Eurovision Song Contest, the grand finals. They are just over, and if you saw the show, obviously it was airing on Peacock here in the States. You can also do it through VPN because in their infinite wisdom, the EBU is still geo-blocking the Americas, which is just really ridiculous in this day and age. I'm going to tell you right up front, there was a lot of great stuff, great performances, a lot of inexplicable jury scores, and some very big disappointments when it came to the televoting. I have to be honest, the televoting surprised the absolute hell out of me in some cases. I thought it would be a lot better than it was. I'm just waiting for documents to get in, and there we go. Really terrific stuff. And of course, we will have later on, we'll have the full jury scores and such. But let's just start it off. You've already seen the show. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to hold back. Congratulations to Ukraine. Their song Stefania is the 2022 Eurovision Song Contest winner. They jumped into first place with the televote, and nobody could catch them. They were so far ahead. Interestingly enough, I did make my predictions this afternoon. I got the entire top 5 correct. I didn't put any order. I just said the 5 songs that would be in the top 5, and I was right on all 5 counts. Stefania, Serbia's Incorporo Santo from Konstraka, Sweden's Cornelia Jacobs and Hold Me Closer, Ukraine, United Kingdom, Spaceman by Sam Ryder, and Chanel from Spain with Slow Mo. They did end up in the top 5. They were Ukraine, United Kingdom, Spain, Sweden, and Serbia in that order. Lot of great performances. Although I have got to be honest, I'm going to be totally honest with my opinions about this show. I do not know what the juries and the public thought when they were voting so high for Italy. Italy, I realized, was the home country of the show, and Mahmoud is a top-notch performer. He almost won in 2019 with Soldi. Blanco was so far off key during 90% of that performance. There was no way they should have been given those points on anything, and they got it from like 12 countries, which is just ridiculous. I'm sorry if you're an Italy fan. Hey, I liked the song. I liked the video. I thought the live performance was terrible. I also was not surprised to see Azerbaijan peter out in the televote because I was stunned they got through the semifinals. They did well. They finished 16th, which isn't terrific, but it's still better than 25th, which is where Germany was. I really think that the big surprise of the night for me was Moldova ending up in the top 10. The televote, the judge vote was huge. The televote was huge. I was really surprised that they did that well. Greece came in 8th with Die Forever, Amanda Tenfjord. The song is beautiful. The song's lyrics are scary as hell. She's amazing, and I really hope that she continues to do some great stuff, because I will definitely keep my eyes on her the way I've been watching Stefania the last couple of years. She's terrific. Portugal did not get the huge vote I thought they would in the televote, but they did well enough to finish 9th. And Norway had very little support from the judges. They were getting 1s, 2s, 3s. I think they got a couple of 10s, not much more. Subwoofer and Give That Wolf a Banana finished in 10th place. I also predicted there would be 3 major fan disappointments. by the jury, and I was correct. The Netherlands did not get a good enough jury vote, so the televote could not save it. It finished in 11th place, Dia de Pete by S10. Great song. Her performances on both, I think she barely squeaked through. I got to be honest. I'll have to wait till the semifinal votes come in, but I'm, when they finally release the numbers. But it seemed to me as if she barely squeaked through the other day, and but the performance was just kind of standard. It wasn't, and that ended up sinking Cyprus, who had the same kind of performance the other day. I think Achman from Poland deserved better than 12th. He knocked it out of the ballpark. Every live performance, his song River, loved that song. Estonia was another one of the ones that I said would probably get screwed by the televote. They actually did better in the televote than they did in the judge vote. Estonia got enough to get 13th place. Lithuania, I thought, would do better. But I had her in the 12th place. She ended up finishing 4th. Somewhere between 6 and 12. She ended up finishing in 14th. Surprise Sheldon Riley didn't do better. He only got 2 points from the freaking televote. I don't know what's wrong with the televoters out there, but certainly, great stuff for not the same. But Azerbaijan finished in 16th. Very disappointed that Marcus Baer got no points in the televote. He got 16. I think it was 16 or 20 or something like that from the jury. So that was good. Enough to put him in 17th place. But I do not understand all the hatred for Switzerland this year. I really don't. That song was brilliantly done, brilliantly staged. And then the judges obviously saw through what the public did not. I don't know why they didn't like it, but I'm an American. European tastes are different. Romania really shocked me because it seemed to have a large following online, and yet it only got 2 points in the televote. I think that's interesting. They finished in 18th place. Belgium in 19th, Armenia 20th, Finland, Czech Republic, Iceland, France, and Germany. France is another one I knew that would not get good judge votes, and it didn't, and very few on the televote as well. Great show all the way around. We had some dynamic performances from Laura Pausini and Mika during the show. Laura, I think Laura changed dresses like 13 times during the show. Absolutely fantastic live performances. And all the way around, the stuff was great as far as performances went. I mean, the staging on some of them, Azerbaijan staging, I didn't like it at the semis. I didn't like it here. His vocals were fantastic. I liked that song. And I just really, the staging just didn't seem to do much. I'm really sorry to say that, but the whole thing, it looked like on the high school bleacher, you just lay there for half of it. I don't get that at all. Serbia, I thought would do really well in the televote, and she did. Constructa took the second or third highest televote, and they ended up in 5th place overall after the votes were in. And everybody was doing the whole hand turning and the clapping. It's definitely catchy. It's going to be a memorable Eurovision song, even though she didn't win. And again, it's interesting that the 2 times Ukraine has won the championship at Eurovision, both times Russia had invaded part of it. First time in 2016, it was Crimea. And Jamala won with 1944. I actually said 1943. I slipped. My finger slipped when I was typing it up on my website. And now this year, of course, all the crazy crap going on in Ukraine. So I really wasn't surprised they won. I think they might have anyway, even if Russia hadn't invaded 3 days after they became the official challengers in this year's contest. Because it's just a really good, intense song. It's grown on me. It finished in my bottom 10 on my favorites list, but that's because I'm not really into the native rhythms, the traditional rhythms, and I felt the same way about Go both of the last 2 years. I didn't put them very high, but I liked the songs, and it's the same with Stefania, excuse me. It was an interesting and great fun show. Peacock is going to have it on replay. You can watch it for the next year. You can watch last year's too. And I think that's a big thing there. We need to make sure that Peacock knows that we want them to continue handling the Eurovision Song Contest. I don't really like the fact that they have break-ins in certain places, but they're doing the best they can. At least they didn't do a commercial break like they did during the first semifinal, and apparently got their ass chewed out by the EBU for it, because Eurovision is supposed to be completely commercial free. And so it was interesting. Johnny Weir did a bang up job. You can tell he's a genuine fan of Eurovision, and he was, very well schooled in the different artists and what they were doing, had practiced his stuff, had practiced his pronunciation. And the crew that was working with him seemed like they were all having a good time, and that's good. Americans are fairly new to Eurovision. It's only been airing here since 2016. Started on Logo. We missed 1 year, 2019, and then we had 2020 on Netflix, and 21 and 22 on Peacock. And Netflix wasn't live; it was after it was over. It's nice to be able to watch the semis, which we couldn't do when it was on Logo. We had to do it online through VPN or whatever. But the finals are always a blast, and they did not disappoint this year. There was some great stuff, great performances. Like I said, the outfits. I mean, Laura Pausini, who I'm not familiar with, but I know she's won a couple of Grammys as well as international fame as a recording artist, opened the show with that great number. And then it had at least, I'm not kidding, at least 10 to 15 costume changes during the show. Mika, I would love to know what's up with him. Almost everything the man wore was the same outfit, just in different colors: white, pink, blue, over the entire 3-day airing stuff. But it was fun, and it will always, hopefully, the American Song Contest, which started this year, will eventually get to the same level that Eurovision is at. We'll have people coming in and checking things out, and voting, and will change, and they'll tweak it here and there, so it becomes as successful as Eurovision. And hopefully that can eventually act as a national final for an Amerivision contest, which would pit North, Central, and South America against each other. I think that would be the funnest thing to do. We'd have all of North America, different countries, Canada, Mexico, United States, and then Central America and the Southern. I think that'd be fun as hell to do. It would be great to see that a success here. And I know they're trying to launch an Asia Vision too. I don't know where they'll get with that yet, but they've been working on it for a number of years. So Eurovision is definitely franchising the format out, and hopefully eventually it'll be a world. Maybe one day there can be a world vision with all of the winners from each of the regional vision contests, where they can compete for the best song overall in the whole planet. That'd be kind of neat. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it would be kind of fun. And I think that as we go along every year, Eurovision is gaining more and more viewers in the States. I just actually, for the first time, I joined OGAE today, which is the International Eurovision Fan Club. I have to renew it again, because I didn't realize that it ends as soon as the contest is over, so I'll have to renew it again. But OGAE is has every country that's involved has its own chapter, and the ones that aren't involved are lumped together in a club called Rest of the World, which is where I'm going to be. They missed again this year. They picked Sweden to win. Hold Me Closer. Cornelia Jacobs. To be fair, they held the vote before all the craziness in Ukraine started, so I don't know if that would have helped boost them or not. But I'm looking forward to connecting with more Eurovision fans through that organization, and I'm hoping that you will continue to follow us. Now, Eurovision doesn't end with the Eurovision Song Contest, although we have not covered it before. I don't know if I'm going to be covering the Eurovision Young Musicians Contest, because I don't know if we can get it, but I will be back around mid-November with coverage of the Junior Eurovision Song Contest for the 3rd year in a row. We have done that here since 2020 and have had a lot of fun with it. I hope that, and of course, we'll be ramping up next year. I'm hoping being part of OGAE will help keep me in line so I can actually catch most of the national finals. The dates are hard to keep track of, and the times are so different from what we have here where I am on the East Coast of the US that it gets a little bit confusing. I'd love to know what you thought of this year's show, what you hope would win, and did what you wanted work out. So, always you can leave a comment and let me know that. And, or you can, type in chat if you're in here and let me know what you were thinking. In any case, it is all over for 2022, and Ukraine is sitting on top of the Eurovision Song Contest world, holding that beautiful crystal microphone. And I'm not sure what this is going to mean in the future. The host country is usually the previous winners. When Ukraine won in 2016, the 2017 contest was held in Kiev or Kiev. I'm not sure how it's pronounced anymore because they pronounce it both ways. If the war in Ukraine continues, it's very likely that another country will step up to host Eurovision next year. Hopefully they will settle things and be able to do something there. But if not, any one of the big five could technically do it. Serbia could do it, and United Kingdom or Sweden or Spain, maybe one of them would step up. Who knows? We'll keep you up to date. If you check out my website, thekirkhamreport.com, I will keep you up to date on all the latest Eurovision news as it goes on throughout the year. It doesn't just stop at the end of May with in the middle of May or the end of May with the contest. Things are always ongoing, and always great stuff. This will all start again in the late fall, December, as early as December for some places, but usually in February and March when the songs start getting announced for the next year. And I hope that you will continue to check out other stuff I have on TKR Video Central, including my weekly programs, and also check out thekirkhamreport.com, where I give plenty of Eurovision coverage. I give it more on the printed website than I do on the YouTube site. And please take a time to like and subscribe to my channel, like and subscribe what you're watching. And don't forget to spread the word out there, because I am I've been a Eurovision fan, a solid Eurovision fan since 2016, but I was aware of it as early as the 1970s when Mostadatis won. Runner-up with Eras 2. That's when I first became aware of it. And I just found out recently, in the last few years, that Volare was also a Eurovision competitor. I knew Love is Blue had been too, but not that way. And of course, ABBA won in 74, and everybody became aware of Eurovision. In any case, thank you for watching. I hope you will have fun with what your choice is. I hope you got your choice through, or you're happy with where they finished, the top 5 or wherever. All the songs were great, and we hope that I mean, all the songs were great. Not all the performances were great, which is why the so many were eliminated. There were a lot of fan favorites that lost in the semifinals. They didn't make it through. I think the results might have been different had a couple of other ones gotten through. Well, I don't know. But in any case, it was a good show. It was a fun show. The hosts made it a blast. And I'm going to miss that beautiful set they have in Torino with the waterfall cascading at the front of the stage. And I loved that. I hope that whoever gets it will end up with something similar next year. Thank you for watching. I will see you on other programs shortly and in the near future. Until then, I'm TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report, for the Eurovision Song Contest 22 coverage. Ciao, baby.